ain't nothing like a funky beat.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Guapish at the Disco, our very own album review show. Today we are going to be reviewing one of my choices, that being the 2001 party rock album, I Get Wet by Andrew W.K. I guess we'll just start off with overall thoughts. Jackson, what did you think of I Get Wet?
I Get Wet. What isn't there to say about this 2001 party rock album? Yeah, I'm not even going to throw with you. I did not like this album at all, I would say. I found it very fucking annoying. Is like probably the biggest complaint. Some of the songs are just really grating on my ears, for one. And for two, it's just so samey. Like, I get this a lot with a lot of the albums that I'm not super familiar with. Like, with this, I don't listen to a lot of party music, so... But also, I'm sure it's kind of just a symptom of the genre, where it's supposed to be just like more like repetitive tones and stuff like that, just so it's easier to dance to or whatever, and it's just to like turn your brain off music. And, you know, it's not supposed to be like a focal point. I feel like I'm listening to it incorrectly by just sitting at my computer with my headphones on and just looking at it and taking notes. That's not what you're supposed to be doing with this type of album. And it, to its credit, I've listened to it in my car a couple of times, and I definitely liked it more then, but also it's still, you know, but that's just because it's background music, but I still find it very annoying and repetitive. All the songs sound very samey to me, and because of that, like, most of them I would say are like average to like pushing below average for me, but because my brain just bunches them all together into a big pile of the same fucking noise for an hour, it's not even an hour. It's only 35 minutes. That's crazy. It feels so much longer than it is. That's insane. I didn't realize it was so short. It just fucking drags it down for me.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair to say. I think that's going to be the case with anyone where all of us are pretty much going to be like, yeah, these are all so similar sounding that I gave basically all of them the same rating. Like, for me, every single song on this album, except for one, got between a 4 or a 6. So not a lot of range in terms of how enjoyable I found all these songs. Tanichi, what about you? What are your overall thoughts?
Dude, you know, I agree wholeheartedly with Jackson. I listened to this album 3 times. I listened to it once at work, once sitting at the computer. And then the second time when I listened to it at the computer, I was like, damn, I really don't like this. Like, I really don't like this so much, I want to show this to someone else. So then I watched it a third time with a friend, and even she was like, Jesus, this is what you're reviewing? Like, this is really awesome that they're making you listen to this. So that was just my overall vibe, is like, I can't believe I'm listening to this shit. This is a completely different feeling from the Chance the Rapper album. Like, I had hope for Chance because I knew who Chance was. I did a little research into this guy, and I was like, yeah, this is the kind of music he would make. And I have no respect, but I'm just like, fuck, dude, I can't. I can't enjoy this. It's hard.
Fair enough. Yeah, I listened to it in a couple different locations as well, and yeah, I'd say the one that I was like, okay, this music works for this the most is when I'm at the gym. Which makes sense since it's a faster pace, like harder music. But yeah, just when I'm driving around at work, I'm like, I mean, you know, I'm kind of bored doing work, and this isn't helping. It's just making it manic boredom, you know?
Yeah.
And then, yes, like Jackson said, sitting at your computer and trying to take notes to this kind of music, you're like, I'm an insane person. Yeah, I should be doing drugs to listen to this. I shouldn't be sitting here staring at my computer screen sober. This is insane. Let's try to do favorites and least favorites. I'm gonna be straight up. I only have one song that stood out in a good way for me, and none of them stood out in a bad way. They were all just kind of the same for me. The only one where I'm like, okay, I actually like this song a decent amount is Ready to Die. And I think it's just because that one's a bit more hardcore in terms of the lyrics and whatever, and that just makes me enjoy it more.
I'm with you. Yeah, Ready to Die is definitely the one that stood out to me the most. I mean, granted, it's still like a 5 out of 10 song for me. I was pretty indifferent to it for the most part. The one that stood out the most in a bad way to me is easily I Love New York City. That song is fucking terrible. I find it so annoying. Like I listened to it the first time, and then I'm not even gonna front. Every other time I listen to this album, I just immediately fucking skipped it. Like 10 seconds in when I realized what it was. It's just him saying I love New York City. Oh yeah, New York City constantly the entire fucking song, and it's so grating on the ears. It's fucking insane, honestly. It's like a baffling song.
The whole time I'm listening to that one, I'm like, for the second line, instead of saying, oh yeah, New York City, he should say something like, look so pretty. Just do a different collection of syllables instead of just repeating the same words, please.
Yeah. That one also speaks to a big symptom of this album that probably dragged it down for me as well, is that I just don't like the guy's voice. He sounds really hoarse when he's singing. Like, he sounds like he's in fucking pain, honestly. And specifically his performance in that song really exemplifies that for me. It's just not a very pleasant sounding singing voice, and I'm just not a big fan of it, and that translates to basically every single one of these songs.
I forgot which song he was doing it on, but he was doing this like scream sing, and like I just couldn't stop laughing, because in other songs he sings completely normally. So to hear him like in the scream try to hold a note, I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah. He has he somehow has a heavy Californian accent. It doesn't make any sense. He has the most insane, like, surfer bro vocal fry I have ever heard in my life.
He's not American? Is he British or Canadian?
He is American.
He's American.
Where is he from?
He's from fucking, like, Palo Alto, I think.
Yeah, that counts. These people sound like they're from here. That's also why, and this is me talking shit, but that's also why people from San Diego don't have an accent, because all you people are just fucking Los Angeles people who moved too far. Get over yourselves.
Too far.
They did. They moved they moved past the toll.
Come be in the shit with us, you fuckers.
Yeah, literally.
Did any of the songs particularly stand out in a good or bad way for you, Tanichi?
No. And the only one I truly remember, other than being like, damn, I can't wait to stop listening to this, is the one he scream sung on, and it's because it's funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
whatever that one is.
If I was in a car, give me a second, let me go look it. If I was in a car
the entire album again,
and I wanted to just like play something as a joke, like I could put that one on. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Whichever one that one is.
Whichever one that one is.
One of them. 1 out of 12.
I'll know it by the name. Fun Night. It was Fun Night.
Fun Night. Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't talk about I Love New York City. You and I were riffing on that hard as fuck when we were giving initial impressions.
Because it was so bad. You said it already, but just the same thing over and over for 3 minutes is like, in the middle of your album! In the middle of your album as well, dude. Like, this isn't in the beginning where someone can skip this, or maybe like we're getting the funnies out. This is in the middle of the album when I'm locked in. It pulls you out of like the immersion the album has. Like, it genuinely pulls you out of it. Like, some of his lyrics also make me like be like, what the fuck did he just say? Whoa. And I don't like
She's too
that.
young, she don't know any better. What does he mean by that?
Why do you know that? Why do you know that?
What are you trying to say, Mr. WK? Does the K stand for kids?
K stands
Does the W stand for wants? Andrew wants kids?
But yeah, I guess some other generic talking points. The instrumentals, all of the songs have very similar instrumentals for the most part. I can't exactly describe what they are, but listen to the first song, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Not super inventive. The lyrics of a lot of these songs are crazy deep. There isn't a ton of depth to much of this, frankly. It's mostly just like noise you're listening to while doing other things, which, you know, fair enough. But
now that we've had so long to sit on this album, how do we feel about the label frat rap? Because that's all this is background party music.
I don't think it's really rap in any sense is the problem.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very
Frat
fratty, I'll agree.
Frat rock. You know what
Frat
I mean?
rock.
Because rap
like
rock
party
is
rock
like
to me.
yeah, you know what I mean? Rap rock is a thing, like that Linkin Park, which is why I just call it all the same thing, because it's just like, you guys are just trying to rap, but it's not working. So you're singing it, which is good. Know your
Yeah.
strength.
I think the last thing I'll add for this album is in 2018 at E3, Andrew WK gave a live performance for the announcement of Rage 2, a sequel to a video game no one played, and that seems quite apt.
Awesome.
Rage is the greatest video games no one ever touched. Right? I saw a friend playing Rage once when it came out, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then I didn't want to play it. I just was like, this looks interesting.
I remember seeing that announcement and being like, they're making a sequel to Rage?
Yeah, why? Gearbox, what the fuck are you doing?
I will say one last comment. I do think it is funny to replace I Get Wet with I Gain Weight. You put that into my head, and I was listening to that song for the second time or whatever, immediately I was like, oh yeah, I hear it. And then I just can't not hear it anymore, per usual.
You have to insert your own amusement to make this album more listenable.
True. He just says I get wet so fucking many times in that song as well. So it just comes, I get wet, I get wet, I get wet. Pretty gnarly.
Pretty good. I guess let's do the rankings, eh?
Yeah, I have very little to say about this, unfortunately. I tried my best.
Yeah, Andrew WK, you seem like a cool guy. I'd love to hang out. I just didn't really fuck with 90% of this album, unfortunately.
I think this would be fine if you had it on low during a party. It was just some
There you
noise
go.
in the background, which is entirely what his
That is
goal
what
was.
he intended. He probably thinks we're retarded for actually, like,
You
trying
guys
to
listen
review
to this above 10?
Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about, dude?
Yeah.
You sat down at your computer and took notes on fucking I Love New York? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I guess like one minor thing is I did listen to a couple of the live performances of these songs, and yeah, personally I'm not a big fan of his live performances at all. I think they're kind of dog shit.
Fair enough.
I don't like the studio performances, and I like the live performances even worse. Maybe that was just because it was like a long time ago, and recording quality was dog shit back then or something. I don't know, but
Could be. I'm at a 5 out of 10, which is
I
probably a
fucking
bit
told
generous.
you. I told you he was gonna be generous to this dog shit, and it was gonna piss me off.
I mean, he did say everything was like a 4 to a 6, so landing at a 5 overall sounds about right. I'm not shocked by this. Personally, my range is between like 2 and 5, averaging about like a little over a 3, and I'm giving it a 3 because
That's
of
crazy.
that. Which is kind of all generous. I definitely was considering giving it a 2 as well, but I'm like, I'd probably comparably want to listen to this and the Steven Universe album about the same level, just because like the Steven Universe album has some good songs in it. It's got some interesting things in there, but also a lot of it is just like totally fucking random. Whereas this album is just fucking annoying.
Yeah. What about you, Tanichi? What are you ranking it?
Big fat fucking goose egg, bro. Fat fucking 0. First 0 of
Dude.
the first fucking 0 of the review. I talked
That
about
seems
this
a
with
bit
Jackson.
harsh.
I talked about this with Jackson.
You're gonna
And
give
that I
it like
was
a
gonna-
2 previously.
Yeah,
what the fuck
I
made you
said
drop
I was
another
gonna give
2?
it. I said I was gonna give it a 2, but after I listened to it with my friend, she agreed. Like, she was only listening to it further because it was something we were doing together. She wanted to leave, like, track 4. Like, I don't respect this as a piece of music. I don't respect its cohesion. I just don't like this. I don't like this shit. Please don't pick Andrew K again.
Honestly, based, I respect you for the 0. I don't agree with your 0, but I respect you for the 0.
I think this is a
Yeah, fair
strong
enough.
fucking 0 as well.
Yeah.
Now we need to go out of our way to find worse albums than this.
I think
Yeah,
this is in the re-review it might get a 2 after we, get Ram Ranch or some bullshit in here. But
I'm gonna pick some extra tone album. It's gonna be sweet.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna pick some shit and vomit metal, which is a real genre.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm gonna pick some fucking audiobook of some dude's fucking just schizophrenic writings for the next 50 years.
I thought you were about to say you were gonna pick an audiobook of some dude's like fucking or something.
That's just Ram Ranch.
Yeah, that's Ram Ranch.
Oh, okay.
The vocals are just gay sex. The background tracks are just gay porn.
Very fun.
Anyways, the overall rank for this album is 2.7
Whoa.
out of 10. This is our lowest rated album yet. 0.3 lower than the Chance the Rapper album.
Yeah, I think this is the worst thing we've listened to so far.
Fair enough.
That 0 was pulling some fucking weight there.
It's a strong number.
True. Tanichi, it is your turn to pick an album now. Please, I beg of you, pick something that I will rate higher than a 3. Ideally, something higher than a 6, if you can pull that off.
Well, you're not gonna like anything I pick. I was gonna pick a Deftones. I want to pick a Deftones album. I wanted to pick Diamond Eyes because I like Deftones and I wanted to listen to some classic Deftones. But then I was thinking about it and he made me listen to this shit. So I think I'm gonna pick some British guy again.
Oh no. Well,
you got a crazy hit row with the British, man. It's like
I'm just gonna
Japanese.
throw this out there. Gorillaz is British.
So Gorillaz is British. Dude, we're gonna listen
Damon
to a Freddie
Albarn?
Dredd album.
Freddie Dredd.
Yeah. We're gonna listen to Ginger White Boy rap, and he's cosplaying as a murderer. So we're gonna listen to the fucking 2022 album Freddy's Inferno by Freddie Dredd. The only preamble I will give you for this album is he's 100% a murderer. He's done murders. He's killed women, and he raps about it.
Very,
Fantastic.
very interesting. This does not bode well, but we shall see.
Well, folks, thank you for joining us for yet another album review. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Woohoo!
And don't forget to don't stop living in the red. Bye-bye.
Fuck
Bye-bye.
me.